that man, well, you're going to be on that list. I'm going to let you know. No, but a serious subject. My buddy DC Accuracy got pulled over for speeding, and the cops come up. And DC's religious man, spiritual, however you want to word it. He believes in a higher power. He's got kids. He treats them, with respect, and makes them work. So either way, the cop pulls him over, gives him a ticket for speeding, and then tells him that, how do you say that? You were there that day when we were talking to him. How do you say it, Blue? I kind of forget, but I'll get close. He said that the cops, that he, you remember that shit? He wasn't, I forget how he worded it. How'd the cop, I want to get it right. Do you remember how the cop told him?
He walked up and he said, they have you down as
Trailhand Bill, reporting live from South Florida. You better pray to God they don't have you down as that. How I feel, man. Hey, this video is gonna be a little different, guys. I was hopped up the other morning, man, and I was looking for some white noise to invade my background. I turned YouTube on, and there's my man Poor Dirt Farmer having a very interesting discussion with his homeboy. So they said some things that I wanted to share with you guys. And that's what this video is going to be. It's different because there will be no visual content here. It will only be Poor Dirt Farmer talking, and if you're new here, when his voice is done, there will be nobody talking but me for the rest of the video. So if you want to leave now, or if you want to leave when Poor Dirt Farmer is done, man, you're free to. For everybody else, if you don't know my man, he down here in Florida with me, a different part, same state. Let's see what the hell he got going on. I think at least some of you may be very interested to hear this. Damn sure jumped out at me.
and he said, they have you down as not cop friendly. You seem, you don't fit that bill, you know?
Yes, so DC Accuracy's name has a thing beside it, a flag, saying that he's not cop friendly. So when he got pulled over,
you're flagged. Whenever I pulled your license, it says you're flagged, but you're not cop friendly. I don't see that.
then he asked him, he said, oh, you have a YouTube channel, huh? Does everybody that have a YouTube channel get a flag not cop friendly beside your name on your driver's license? Now, here's something that I want to know. How do we find out what government agency is in charge of flagging our driver's license? Are we getting flagged kind of like are we going to have to wear a red or a star on our arm like they did the Jewish people? Are we the new Jewish people that the government is going against? Because when a government goes against people and starts putting people on lists, that's the same damn thing the Nazis did, I'm pretty sure. And I wasn't around back then, but I read a lot about it. I've heard a lot about it. You know, I know people that have been through it. Their relatives had fucking tattoos on their arms and shit. You know what I mean? So I know what's going on a lot. But I also know if a government is putting us on list because we want the government to do what's legal and lawful, that again proves how crooked our government is becoming. Now, how do we find out who puts us on these lists? Because I watched another video just the other day where this guy out in Texas, I think it was, in a van sleeping, the cop walked up to him and told him he was flagged as well.
Yes, I saw that one too.
Remember? So now we got Florida and Texas, documented proof out of the cop's mouth himself that we are on list. Our driver's license have flags beside them, and we're on list. So the government is putting people on a list. That can't be legal or lawful.
Well,
see what I'm saying?
We are American dissidents, and they have space for you at a understocked Walmart. Somewhere in a Walmart parking lot, they have a place for you.
Yes, with a chain link fence around it, huh?
Don't step over the gun line.
Well, my car is not my car. It's my wife's car. So do you think she's on the same list I'm on? If not, y'all need to step up your game to whatever federal piece of shit government.
Once again, man, shout out to Poor Dirt Farmer. I should have told y'all this video is going to be a little different. Just something to listen to. So I may have gone back and redid that intro. But either way, guys, They were just having this conversation in passing, and I'm a little paranoid type, man, a little bit, maybe more than a little bit, but either way I am, and I pay a little more attention than the people that I'm usually around, and I don't say that as a pat on the back to myself or an affront to them. I'm just keeping it real. So when I realized what the hell Poor Dirt Farmer is saying, things start clicking in my mind, and 1 + 1, like I said, I'm not very academically intelligent or educated, man. I'm just more common sense. Again, 1 + 1 = 2, and then I can probably follow that all the way up to 6 at the most. So I'm saying, he asked some let me get to the question he asked first and foremost, man. That's probably the highlight of the video. Or maybe he didn't pose it as a question, but I will. What are we to think when the very government that is supposed to protect our rights and therefore protect our, humanity and our sanctity, our peace, you know what I mean? That's physically and otherwise. They've sworn oaths to do that. What do we do when they want to segregate us on lists? You know what I mean? Secret lists that they pass them around amongst each other, because they're not calling us and saying, hey, we're putting you on this list and getting our input on it and, you know what I mean, our agreement or approval. They're just doing it. Now, they're doing that because we want them to operate legally. So what are we to think and do when that's our government? I'm not making this up. I don't know anything about this. If it's wrong and if it's a lie, then Poor Dirt Farmer is one that's propagating it. I mean, putting it out there. I don't believe the dude lying. He said he got 2 incidents with his friends, and this doesn't sound far-fetched from who the American government is. So this goes from just a passing casual conversation to me to God, boy. I mean, it's just so many, and I want to keep saying this too, man. This is to me a much more deeper, non-unpacked conversation, but this is the level I have it on over here. There are countries much worse in the world. Yes, there are. But that doesn't mean our bar should be as low as possible. That's just the bottom line. And that's kind of like what the message that I get. Remember I said I just think a little deeper into things than most people around me usually do. When I hear to back the blue and vote for Kamala, and I know I've been mentioning politics in the last 2 videos, I'm going to mention them when they come across my damn mind, and vote for Trump. That's what I hear you saying. I hear you saying, hey, it's okay if we set our bar as low as possible. I don't believe that, man. I'm a Christian. Like, I know where the bar is at. You know what I mean? The Bible literally says, be ye holy for I'm holy. The first commandment is to love God with all your heart. And one of the biggest ways we do that while we're here, even if you're not a Christian, most of us agree with these tenets, just treat people like you want to be treated, right? The golden rule. You first heard that biblical precept in a very logical tone, probably from your parents or a teacher or something like that, right? So these things aren't difficult. And when I hear like a back the blue and like I say, a vote for Trump, I seen this Negro pop up on one of them YouTube ads. Every time I turn around, him and Kamala on my TV, like, let me get $5. Negro, y'all already robbed the hell out of us. Give us our money back. What the fuck is that? Let me get $5. Man, you'll get the hell out of my face. But he popping up on our TV, and then I said, I hear and read a little deeper into things than most. He literally said, yo, man, we're going to raise the money to do what we need to do to win the presidency, or we're going to win by however we have to. He literally said that. And they're like, okay, well, he didn't mean this. Well, Negro, I seen you lead some people into a Capitol, and a couple of Americans lost their. Y'all don't want me to start talking about this, because I'm going to talk about it from a very real, humane perspective, not no damn political one. But that's what I hear when I see and hear. And I guess I got loved ones that back that. And I just think respectfully, I think people are so blindly bubbled and puppet-minded. It just sounds close enough to what you want. You don't care who it affects on the other end or how it affects them. Even if in your shoes, you would want them to consider you in their decision-making. We don't do that type of shit. I'm having a whole conversation. I know I didn't dive deep, but I'm telling y'all, this is how my mind works. We can go back to this damn traffic stop that I don't believe, 2 traffic stops, I don't believe Poor Dirt Farmer is lying about at all, him or his friends. What are we to think when the American government wants to keep track of us because we simply want them to operate legally as we have elected and appointed them to do and pay them to do? What the hell is going on here? Let me rewind a little bit more. These the same motherfuckers that when they had, like, we are just asking you to operate legally and we're policing you to make sure that you do that in some context. But when you have your agents and agencies that are literally criminal, like they literally violently murder people, violently assault people, violently kidnap people. Like, come on, bro, we see that y'all just arrested the dude in Texas for shooting at the public. And y'all waited to arrest him. When you have criminals in your organization and enterprise, you hide them. You literally make laws and policies to hide their disciplinary records from the public. That's why I loved it when who that was? Damn, that's my man. How in the hell am I forgetting the name? Brooklyn Artist had some kind of thing going on where he was walking up to officers getting their badge numbers, and that was giving him direct access to their employment history, including their disciplinary history. That's what we need. And that's what y'all go out of y'all way to hide from us. Like when y'all are really violent, when y'all are really dangerous, y'all want to keep it hidden from us, and then you still patrol amongst our families and our loved ones, knowing that you have a violent history and violent tendencies, and you go out of your way as an enterprise, the American government, not just beat cops and police departments, the American government, you go out of your way as an enterprise to hide that from us. But you want to keep us on the list because we don't want you murdering us, attacking us, kidnapping us, assaulting us, killing our innocent loved ones. You want to keep us on your secret ass list. But I'm with Poor Dirt Farmer, man. Don't put none of my partners on that list and leave my ass out. Please make sure I'm on that too. Y'all know my mantra, man. Make sure you know who these cowards are, man. Know your rights. Human, American, civil. Teach your children to know their rights. You know, Australia, that's why I mentioned her in the beginning of this video, man. She said, I'm glad you calmed down at the end of that video. I had to go back and listen to what she was talking about, guys. I'm very human, man. I get passionate, I get emotional, I get angry, I get joyful, you know what I'm saying? But I understand. I think I communicate better when I'm just level. And I guess the level-headed communication is what I always say, man. Just don't let anybody trick you out of, intimidate you out of, manipulate you out of the human that God created you to be and the rights that come with that, man. I'm sorry if I didn't change that intro and y'all didn't understand that this was just an audio video, but shout out to Poor Dirt Farmer. I think this may be better than some of them damn artists would be out there doing. I mean that from an informational perspective, information that I think it benefits all of us to have. Y'all be good. I'm out.
How do you say that? You were there that day when we were talking to him. How do you say it, Blue? I kind of forget, but I'll get close. He said that the cops said that he, huh? You remember that shit? He wasn't, I forget how he worded it. How'd the cop, I want to get it right. Do you remember how the cop told him?
He walked up and he said, they have you down as not cop friendly.
Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.